But here today, we're here to talk about, it's a long movie, pretty much the Ted Bundy Zac Efron movie.
You don't even know the name of it?
I clicked on the Ted Bundy Zac Efron movie. I searched Zac Efron to find the movie.
Extremely wicked.
Incredibly Close? No, that's a different movie.
Extremely, there's vials at the end of it. Extremely wicked.
There's no vials in the movie, though.
He says the exact title of the film. This is one of those movies where they say the title of the movie in the movie.
Did they really?
They really did.
Roll credits. Insert title here. Wow!
It's gonna be above this anyway. It's gonna be in the title of it.
Wow!
My dear
that was the name that we couldn't say. How simple was that, right? What idiots. Anyway.
If you don't know Ted Bundy, serial killer.
Killed a lot of people.
Killed a lot of people. They made a movie about him. We are talking about that movie now. And it really is just his story of... Not even his story. It's more like his girlfriend's story.
It's both. It takes a look... instead of seeing the prosecution and them searching for the evidence, it just shows Ted Bundy's side of the story, and Ted Bundy and I should say friends or acquaintances or confidants, people who are around his life, and seeing the trials and everything he's going through in that perspective, which I thought was pretty awesome and clever. Because, I mean, you always see movies, like Law and Order type things where it's, oh, we gotta find the killer. He did that, he did this. You follow the cookie trail, but... No, this day you're seeing through his eyes, and so Ted Bundy's eyes, and so it's interesting to see what he's going through, what he's thinking, what he's saying, who he's talking to. They don't really describe the murders. The media in the movie is not describing it. No one's telling him, hey, you're being accused of doing this, that, this, and that. They're saying, oh, he's being accused of killing people. Doesn't say how, where, or why, or when. It's just so that's where they hide. Ignorance is bliss, is what I could say. They keep it away from you, and that's where you kind of delve, because oh, he couldn't kill someone, but you don't hear the descriptives. You're like, oh, it's nice Ted. Look at him. He's smiling. He's having fun. The thing
that makes this movie controversial is what makes it interesting, because everyone's basically saying it's painting him in a more, it's a lighter toned movie for a very dark story. I don't necessarily think that the movie is something that needs to be hidden or anything like that, but I can see why people have the problem with it. And when I say it paints him in a sympathetic light, it does it in a very manipulative way, like the way you're saying they omit a lot of information.
I legit was feeling for him.
Yeah, they do it. They literally kind of manipulate the story to make it so that this guy is sympathetic. In a way that is very unfair to the actual situation. And it's bizarre because it is a story where media coverage really did change the course of the situation. But they do it in a way where it does look like media's the bad guy in this.
It honestly does.
And it's not. It's the guy killing people. but in this movie, that is not the case. It's about how, from Ted Bundy's perspective, he was mistrialed.
And of course, when you're guilty, you're going to say you're not guilty because you don't want people to think you did these things. So you say, oh, do you really believe I would do those things? Come on, you know me. We've gone out, we've done these things together. Oh yeah, you're right, Ted. It's like, no, yo, no. A
lot of people forget that serial killers aren't just like soulless beings. I mean, kind of they are. But what I'm saying is, it's not like they even say it in the movie at one point. People have this understanding that a serial killer just kind of walks around like, oh, I don't care about anyone.
Evil looking. Yeah. No, they could be. They could be us. They could be your friends and family. They so not me. So don't look in the trunk of your car, but or mine. But what I'm trying to say, that's what I'm saying. It could be anyone, It's like they say, the devil takes the most beautiful forms, in that sense, because you're not always going to see the evil that someone is. They're disguising it. They're very vivacious. They're fun. They're someone who is attractive, not only sometimes in looks, but also in demeanor and characteristics. They draw you in. You want to talk to them, you want to hang out with them, you want them to be your pal.
The main meat of the story really is the Lily Collins character, which is Liz, his girlfriend, for a decent amount of time. This movie takes place over a span of decades. And no one seems to age, but let's gloss over that.
Oh, right, for real.
But it really is mostly about, like, the most compelling part is how she's sitting here going, like, how far am I really going to take this emotionally? You know, like, I don't believe he did these things, but maybe he did do these things. Oh God, like, what's really the right thing here? If he's really convicted of these things, then I've been made a fool. But if he isn't, then I would be a fool to not support him. But other than that, the acting was really good.
It was actually great. Zac Efron was awesome. Lily Collins was awesome. And there was a couple surprises where, it's like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. I was just like, yo!
Yeah, it almost feels like an entourage film sometimes. You'll get surprisingly good performances from people, like James Hetfield has a role in it.
Hey!
And the screen time he was given, I was thinking he was going to wreck it, but he actually did a pretty decent job acting. Other people too. Even the guy from Big Bang Theory, Sheldon, I don't know.
Yeah, Sheldon, yeah.
He actually does a really decent job acting in this, along with other people too. But the acting was done well, the writing was even done well. Yeah. They even have a few memorable shots and setups that were very interesting.
Yes! I really liked it. Like I said, I love when a movie takes things that we know about, or at least most people would know about, and then put it in a different kind of sort of view. So I love movies that do that, personally. I can understand why people might have a problem with it, just because it does paint a sympathetic light, but it is a movie. No one's trying to say he was an honorable man. That's just what he kept saying. Kept declaring his innocence. People believed him and fought for him. So he went to law school, so he was definitely very well spoken. Knew how to use the right words to twist certain people. Could read people and know how to speak to them. So that's just what he did. So there where I can see a little bit of a problem at the same time. And it is a movie, and this is all based on reality. It's just a different side of the story. Whether good side, bad side, still a different side. Same story.
It's worthy of a watch, just honestly from the perspective, because it's based on a book written by his girlfriend.
Oh, fun fact!
It really is, yeah. So it's interesting, just perspective wise, to watch it, even if it seems controversial. It's worth it just to see the perspective, and honestly, just to get it's a good movie. There's good payoffs story wise. I'd give it a heads. I'd give it a heads.
I definitely would give it a heads. Yeah. No doubt about it.
Heads with a little warning on it. Do your research first. Don't feel for the guy. Just don't.
Feel for the guy for the movie. But afterwards, don't. Or, well, you won't at the end because they tell you what he did.
It's a bad dude.
He's not a nice guy. He was a nice guy, just he did bad things. Right? I mean, like... Don't get mad.
I give this outro tails.
We are disabling the comments as of right now. No, but it's a good movie. Go watch it. Go watch that movie.
Extremely evil, shockingly.
All right, no, we'll watch the movie. Sean, why you turn off the camera? I'm not done talking. Sean? Sean!